Shepherd's pie is usually a winter dish, but in England, summer can be a little bit elusive. So, we're making it in the summer because that's just how things go here. We're first going to start off by boiling 1 kilograms of some potatoes. We're now going to finely chop 2 onions nice and fine. We're now going to finely chop 1 green pepper and 1 red pepper. You want these in nice small square-like blocks, I would say. You don't want them too big. You want them quite nice and small. Once we have chopped our peppers, we are now going to cut 2 carrots and leave them to the side for later on in the process. Now separately to a pan, we are going to add in 6 tablespoons of some normal oil, and we are going to add our onions to the pan once it is hot. We're also going to add in 2 tablespoons of some ginger and garlic paste, and of course the main staple of the recipe, we're going to add 1 kg of some mutton meat. We're now going to add in 1 teaspoon of some Himalayan salt, followed by a splash of 1 teaspoon of some soya sauce, 1 teaspoon of some Worcestershire sauce, and 380 grams of some tomato sauce. To the mixture, we are now going to add 1.5 tablespoons of some paprika, followed by 1 tablespoon of some black pepper. We're now also going to add 1 tablespoon of some grounded cumin powder, followed by 1 tablespoon of some chicken powder. We have now also added in 1 tablespoon of some crushed red chilli and 2 tablespoons of some tomato puree. We're going to bring this all together and give this a good mix. Now back to our carrots, we are going to add them also in to our minced meat and our peppers that we cut up earlier on in the process. And as always, we are going to give this a good old-fashioned mix. We're also going to add half a teaspoon of some oregano to the minced meat. Now separately to a bowl, we are going to add in our potatoes, and we are firstly going to take off the skin, and then we are then going to mash our potatoes up until they are quite smooth. We're also going to add in 1 tablespoon of some salt and 1 tablespoon of some black pepper. Don't be afraid to get your hands in the potatoes. We want these to be quite smooth and quite soft. We've also added in, of course, 2 egg yolks. Now separately to a bowl, we are going to add in 200 milliliters of milk to 250 grams of some mascarpone cheese. We're going to then add these into our mashed potatoes, followed by 35 grams of melted salted butter. We're now going to bring this all together, and we're going to add in a little bit of some oregano. We're going to mix this until the potatoes are nice and smooth. So this process can take a little bit of time, but you don't want clumpy mashed potato. There's nothing worse than that, to be fair. Now separately to a dish, we are going to add in our minced meat. We're going to create a nice smooth layer, and of course don't forget to be generous with the amount of minced meat that you're going to add in. Now we are going to add in a layer of our mashed potato to the top of our minced meat. Again, making sure that this is smooth at the top and even, as this can cause problems when it comes to cooking the shepherd's pie later on. We've now added in a generous layer of some cheddar cheese, 400 grams to be precise. We're now going to add this to our preheated oven, which was preheated to 250 degrees. We're going to add this in for 20 minutes. Your shepherd's pie should be looking nice and golden and of course cheesy.